Welcome back, guys. This is Meet the HR show with me, Sylvia Wanja, and today we have Levi Masibo, who is actually an electrical engineering, and we have been having a very fruitful conversation, and we are here to continue with it. So stick around till the end if you're curious about what it takes to be an electrical engineer. So, Levi, there is this particular when we're trying to rank courses, there's this notion, I don't know whether it's a notion or a myth, that engineering is hard. How true is that?
It's hard.
It is. So you're not going too much in the
content. It is hard.
Yeah.
But it becomes simple for someone who has passion. Yes.
So you have to be passionate about it.
You have to be passionate about
For you
it.
to
Don't go for it because of money. You just have to be passionate about it. Yeah.
So passion is very key, guys. As we always say here at Meet the HR, passion is very important. So can you tell us a day, explain to us a day in the life of an engineer, what it entails?
It's a very funny journey, and at the same time it's a very exciting journey.
Yeah.
Like I said, it's about passion. Having to deal with robotics for the longest, it means I'll wake up in the morning, come to the office, meet pending projects. It might be on robotics, it might be on smart farming, smart cities, or even things like smart irrigation. So you get yourself to these computer-aided designs, designs, or try to do the designs of all these robots, or whatever pending project is you already have on your desk. You have to come do the design. So I would say my whole day is more of designing and getting solutions for the clients. And all these solutions have to be smart automated solutions. Yes.
And you've touched on robotics. Can you tell us a bit more about that? You know, when you're talking about robots, the first thing that we think of are the robots we see in movies, you know, the ones that are... So can you tell us, is it what we're thinking, or is it something different when you say robotics?
Robots is a very broad word, because we even classify drones as robots. Only that drones are flying robots, and we normally have normal land moving robots. So robot is basically a machine that helps you to make work easier. So a djembe is not a robot, but if that djembe is able to actually operate on its own, it becomes a robot. So if I'm able to automate a machine and make a certain process continuous without a man intervention, it becomes a robot. So I might call robotics, but it doesn't mean it has to be that
transformer kind of thing.
Yes, it doesn't have to be. We normally call it humanoid types. They don't have to be humanoid types. As long as it performs a task without human intervention, that's a robot. Yes.
Okay. Now
so we normally do, we have projects to commercial robots as well, where I'll give you a scenario where we're trying to make a robot that is supposed to collect sanitary towels from the dump site. So this robot is deployed, collect the sanitary towels from the dump site, then it pours into a big bin. Yes.
And is it collecting from a pile or just picking specific garbage?
No, it's not selecting it from specific garbage. It's selecting it from a pile. So we normally have these bins where the sanitary towels are thrown. So the work of this robot is just to pick that bin and actually drop it into a bigger bin that is actually in the vehicle. Yes.
Wow.
Because this one has the capacity of lifting a very huge tank compared to a human being working under the same environment. Yes.
Wow, that is very interesting, guys. I hope you're following through on this, and you're actually discovering how much electrical engineering has in it. Now, with the recent times and the change in technology, it keeps on evolving, and there was the introduction of AI. What is your take on that as an engineer?
I know all these things is like a saw, where it has its good side and it has its bad side. One thing from the example I've given, these robots tend to replace how many human beings who are doing the garbage collection? A lot. So AI is good, and at the same time AI is bad. But being in the tech field, I will say AI is good. Yeah, because this is something that guys visualize AI in a very different perspective. But if I happen to give you a simple example of AI, I've introduced smart farming in your farm. that is actually in Tanzania.
Yeah.
So you need to control your farm through your phone.
Oh.
So we have installed those parameters that you are able to control your farm through your phone. But what happens when those devices fail? Like there's a blackout.
You have to go
Because it has been doing collection of data and it already has a huge chunk of data. So when you happen to introduce AI and machine learning, they are able to predict what is the outcome. So sometimes you use AI in a positive way.
Yeah.
Like you are able to predict how soon will this machine fail. So it has a positive bit and it has a negative bit. As of now, I don't have any negative bit about it because I'm a tech enthusiast person. So I feel that's the way to go. Yes.
AI is the way to go. Some people who are hearing you saying that, they want to reach out to you and like strangle you, because most of the people have lost their jobs because of AI. But yeah, like everything, it has its positives and its negatives, so we have to embrace the future, for it is inevitable. We cannot stop this change from happening. So what can you say about electrical engineering as a course? Is it marketable enough, or is it flooded, as people say?
I believe besides talking about electrical engineer, all the courses are flooded right now. Electrical engineer engineering used to be one of the most paying jobs in the world until shifted to medicine and things like law. Engineering is now ranked close to number 9 or 10. In fact, even IT and business, they are most paying jobs right now.
Wow.
But the thing is, I make a fortune out of engineering. My classmate might not be making the same fortune out of engineering. All these fields has the same challenges. But the thing is, what unique do you do? Every year, how many graduates do you have for electrical engineering?
There are many.
If you happen to specialize on heavy current, we only have KPLC as distributor of electricity. We have GDC, KenGen, and a few other private sectors as generators of electricity. So the number of guys graduating and the number of companies that are there, they are very few. So it's for you to come up with that course, move to a field of line that is very unique and you love. And I believe every course has the same thing.
Yeah.
Yes.
And I think that's what is giving most of the young people a tough time, because you're probably getting into a course because you were either forced to, or it's the one that you were called for, but it's not, your heart is not in it. So by the time you're finishing it, you're not even pushed, you don't have the drive to push yourself to find that niche and occupy it. So again, we keep on emphasizing, we keep on saying, make sure that you follow your passion so that you can actually push yourself to do better and to be bigger. Otherwise, if you do a course that you are not called for or you don't want to do, you won't push yourself and you'll be among the wider population saying, oh, there are no jobs, or the job market is flooded, or people are still making it in this field. So it's up to you to figure out how you're also going to join the lot that is doing good in their career. After completing, you talked about after completing your internship, you didn't even complete it. You decided to dive into starting your own business. As a person who has been in business, would you advise someone to actually seek employment first, or to just dive in and start employ themselves?
I think sometimes it depends with the situation. Yeah, it always depends on your situation, because for my case, I had my 2 feet into the business, but I had a backup plan. In case something fails, I'll still go pick my degree and go back to looking for jobs.
Yeah.
So it was just a backup plan. But in case if I happen to tell you the journey, at some point, I had to test my business on paper and on internet even before I actually implemented it.
Oh.
So I took a whole year of purely test. When you go read the book of Kiyosaki Cash Flow Quadrant, somewhere you say the risk takers move far, but at the same time manage your risk.
Yeah.
So you don't jump into a business just because you feel there's a gap. Take time, do your feasibility studies, confirm whether the business is viable or not, even before you put in your money. So that's what I tested, and in the process I realized it's something that is workable. However, when I was starting, I never thought it is type of money I would really want to work for, because business always starts in a very bad way, very low, bills to pay. But with the process, it kept on catching up. But the thing is, we keep on diversifying based on the technology. Our market is very unique.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't tell someone to jump in, but if you see a gap and it's very unique, jump in.
Go for it.
And the biggest thing that someone will need to know is, if the difference between your business and another person is money, then you're not running a safe business. But if the difference between you and the next person is knowledge, you are running the safest business. Because even that person who has money can never implement what you do, because that person needs you. Yes.
Wow. And are there any complementary courses that you need to complement the engineering as a course, or it's okay just as it is?
There's a lot of complementary courses. Guys, there's guys who have ventured into PLC systems. I personally, based on what I do in my company, the robotics field, I've been to many states. I've been to India, I've been to South Africa.
Wow.
Yes, I've been to these countries to just learn different type of technologies. Yes.
Wow. I hope, guys, you're following through with this and figuring out that electrical engineering is more interesting than we thought. It's hard. Of course, we were told it's hard, but there are so many other good things attached to it, so don't give up just yet. It's only getting better, so hang in there. So, Mr. Masibo, what word of advice would you give to someone who wants to pursue engineering as a course and they're feeling as if they're not sure of themselves, or they're still pursuing it and they don't know if they're going to make it to the end? What word of advice would you give them using that camera right there?
Engineering is a dream. It's like a goal. So first, have the passion for it. And once you have the passion for it, go for your goal. Get to the end.
Wow, beautiful. There you have it. So remember, passion is very important, guys. So follow through with your dreams and make sure you see it through till the end. It might be hard, of course, that we have had, but you should also be hard enough to tackle it. This world is only for the tough, so make sure you're tough enough to push through till the end. So that's it here at Meet the HR. My name is Sylvia Wanja, and we have had Levi Masibo, an electrical engineer for 7 years, who has built up a beautiful structure because he had passion and he identified a niche in this career in a place where it's flooded with so many people, but he was still able to make it. So this is my call to you to also follow through on your passions. And remember, here at Meet the HR, we say there is no luck in career, but it's when opportunity meets preparation. So prepare yourself to go and get your goal, get your dream, make them come true. Bye.